Welcome back to Oxyron's Television. Today I bring you guys a short but hopefully very helpful video about a few tips for buying video games. I feel like I open every video with a disclaimer, but I just have to clarify some things. So here we go. These tips will be focusing on digital games mostly, while buying a physical copy can be cheaper and if wanted the option to sell it has a great value to it. We are moving toward a complete virtualization nowadays and tend to leave the tangible behind. Whether this is an overall good or bad thing is for everyone to decide, but we can't deny it's happening. Even physical game boxes start to just slap a digital code inside instead of a Blu-ray. Keeping this in mind as we start with tip number 1. Choosing games wisely. You are probably thinking, how in the world is this going to help you save money? Well, it's easy. The video game market has a pretty bad reputation for a reason. They want to sell you anything without taking you, the customer, or even themselves seriously. They produce grand trailers, have great marketing campaigns, and raise a huge hype, then release a broken shitshow of a game, with a chance that someday it may be fixed. Or not. Cyberpunk is a great example. The game is now in a playable state, but the damage it caused at release cannot be undone. With new titles, it's just like gambling. You put in your deposit and you hope that you will win, in your case an optimized and balanced game, but the fear of potentially losing money is right there. You, as a potential buyer and the gamer, has to look past these theatrics. You have to inspect the games that appeals to you, that looks interesting, even do some research and then decide if you are up for investing. Obviously, this still won't assure that the game will be 100% perfect, but your consciousness will be less harsh on you, and you won't waste away yourself for throwing out money. This is true for older titles as well. Nostalgia is a great feeling, but it can dull our senses and put a gloss on the truth. So don't forget to check out older games as well before buying them. One of the best options is trying them out when possible. Playing the game for yourself and deciding upon your personal experience will always be the best for you. However, even in today's world, only a few developers provide open betas, free demos, or starter profiles. Don't forget, you don't have to buy everything just because it's new or just because it's mainstream. Even if everyone plays with it and recommends it, you have to decide for yourself. Cause others won't give you your money back if you don't enjoy a game that they have encouraged you to buy. Second tip is way more straightforward. Discount deals. Being observant and patient is the key here. If you would like to buy a game, wait for a discount. Consoles always have some kind of deals ongoing. One alternates the other, or they even overlap each other. PC platforms like Steam or Origin, while not as often as consoles, have great deals frequently as well. Slap your wanted games and add-ons on your wishlist so you can be notified when they are on a discount. If you like cosmetics and other extras, digital deluxe edition stuff, check if the game sells the deluxe upgrade separately as well. Put the standard game, the deluxe upgrade, and the deluxe edition as well on your wishlist. Sometimes all of them are on a discount at the same time. In that case, just do the math to see which option leaves you with the most savings. Keep in mind, however, that for some reason a lot of games don't sell an optional upgrade between editions, sadly. So you will have to ponder and choose accordingly. It happened with me as well a few times that I only bought the base game, later on I wanted to upgrade, just to realize that my only option is to buy the whole edition as a separate game. Also note that the newer titles and console exclusives tend to have a lower percentage of a discount, around the 25-30% mark. However, in my experience, less successful titles have greater discounts even if they are new. For example, I saw games 50% off just 2 months after release. And I'm not talking about a bad game here, just a bit less grand. Don't forget to be observant and active. Inspect the games you want. There are instances where you can find games in bundles as well. They are not listed between the editions of the game you are looking for, but on the other games which are in the bundle. You can save a lot of money with them, essentially getting at least 2 games or even more, like DLCs included, for a friendlier price, which then also can be on a deal. So yeah, look for it, wait for it, enjoy it. Third tip is a matter of taste, but a great option nonetheless. The subscription-based gaming. As controversial as it is, we can't deny the success that the subscription formula achieved. It started to become an everyday thing in the streaming services, but it found its way to the gaming scene not so long after. You have different options between platforms and companies to play their games for a smaller amount of money, paid on a monthly or, if preferred, yearly basis. The question remains, is it worth it? Let's state the unquestionable pros of this service. While the price differs between the platforms, it's still a relatively wallet-friendly fee. And if you no longer need it, or you just want a break from it, you just don't buy it for that period of time. The selection of the games are nothing to joke about either. You get hundreds of games with well-known and successful AAA titles included. I personally think that subscription-based gaming is a really great thing and an undeniable budget-friendly addition for the gamers. However, like everything else, it has its downsides as well. So let's go over the most obvious ones. You don't own these games in any shape or form. If your sub ends, you won't be able to play any of them. Keep in mind though that if you decide later on to buy one of the games that you like, your progress from your sub will be saved to it. The other one is the rotational meta. Subs like Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus uses the rotational solution, where they add new titles every month but also remove some of them, which can lead to further frustration. No one wants to live in the constant fear of the possibility that next month there is the chance of losing your favorite game that you are invested in. I wanted to counter this sentence with the security of company/console exclusive titles, which always stay on the service without leaving. However, during the time of writing this script, I just read an article that next month PlayStation will be removing Spider-Man from their lineup, making them the first to break this golden rule. Finally, we have the worst downside in my opinion. That is true for all subscription services. There are just too many of them. It was the same with streaming platforms as well. It was fine while we had Netflix. Now you have Amazon, Hulu, Disney, HBO, and so on. If you add them together, the price is no longer low, which was the main benefit of this whole service. It became the same with the gaming companies as well. While I was okay with the console ones, like PlayStation Plus, or even happy with Xbox Game Pass, which you could have with your mandatory online sub, now we have Ubisoft Plus, EA Play, and so on, with different tiers to them, and they are getting more and more out of hand. For example, EA reassuring its place in the unholy trinity of the gaming companies, with them giving you the most iconic gaming car, the BMW M3, in their latest title, Need for Speed Unbound, only while you have an active membership, and taking it right away at the moment it ends. It's stupid, it's not user-friendly at all, and it takes away the value that it had in the first place. Fourth and last tip for today, and probably the most controversial of them all, the third-party dealerships, also known as digital marketplaces. Before I say anything about them, let me state that I am not and I were never sponsored by any of these companies. Everything I will talk about is based on personal experience. With that out of the way, let's clear what are these actually. You probably heard about G2A, Ameba or other pages like them, where you can buy games, subscriptions and other gaming related stuff way more cheaper. What people don't know, however, that these are mainly reseller and vendor pages. They can have their own product, but mostly they have users that sell stuff on their site. Hence for the name, digital marketplace. So when the main concern comes up that this cannot be trusted, it's not necessarily means the page, but the seller who is a low-life scumbag. That's why they have reviews and ratings for vendors and return policies as well. Keep that in mind. Of course, there are instances when the company itself cannot be trusted. One example from personal experience, I have bought one product from one of these marketplaces that I haven't used before, because only they had that item available. And I'm not even sure that I'm making the right decision not telling you guys their name. Maybe I should. But on to the point. I avoided the optional subscription, which was more aggressive than optional. I just wanted that one product. I have removed the membership like 2 times from my cart, and in some miraculous way, it still found its way into my account. Then, immediately, I went back to this site to cancel it. A month passed by, my card was charged with the same sub I have cancelled. After some emails and f***yous, they have removed it and sent my money back, but it still was an unpleasant experience. Beside this one with this particular company, I have mostly praise for this option. I have used G2A since 2012. I'm over hundreds of purchases for myself and my friends, and during all these I had 2 instances where the code I received was unavailable or already in use. I wrote to the seller and they sent me a new, working one, or they sent me my money back. There is one question that can summarize the benefit of the third-party sites. Why pay full price when you can get it cheaper? As simple as that. The best site you can use, in my opinion, is okshop.com, which is a collector page for every digital marketplace that sells video games, highlighting the starting price and ratings from all of them. Of course, you should buy games here with the sufficient precautions. For example, if a seller has low rating and negative reviews, you should avoid them. As a side note, these marketplaces benefit mostly the PC platform. They have bigger discounts and more offers for PC games. However, there are some niche things you can do as a console player as well. For example, when I don't have money for a game at release, or I just don't want to pay full price for it, but at the same time I don't want to miss out the pre-order bonuses, I buy the pre-order bonus separately on G2A. Later on, as I will have enough money to spare and the game will be on a discount on the console store, I can buy that as well. As an honorable mention, for PC players you have sites like GOG, where they have game giveaways from time to time, free of charge. For console players, there are the 3 monthly free games with Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus, which are mandatory subscriptions for online games, so you probably pay for it anyways. Don't forget to add them to your collection as well. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something new. This is the first of a new series where I want to share actually helpful tips and tricks that aided me as a gamer. I'm always thankful for feedback and I want to hear your thoughts and tips on the matter in the comment section.